our voice matters.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what your struggle is or what your business is or whether you have a business or not.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm speaking to people who think they maybe want to write, but they're in some self-doubt.
You're right.
They're not an entrepreneur or they've never seen themselves as a writer.
Yeah.
If you have that calling, if you feel that there's a message that other people need to hear, that I think is our soul guiding us.
Hello and welcome to Pathways Unleashed, a special edition of Pathways with Amber Stitt. The Pathways Unleashed podcasts were recorded with special guests and the authors of The Unleashed Entrepreneur and The Biohacking Entrepreneur, who were celebrating the book launches at the Unleash Your Superpower conference in Delray Beach, Florida in April 2025. Let's join the conversation.
My next guest, we're in a project together. So we've been talking on Zooms for, about a year, just remotely. We say hi. We're not always available to be on our weekly calls, but been able to get to know her. And we've been talking a lot about stories as we go through and do these interviews with the books that we have. So I'm so excited to celebrate this week with you, and you can travel to Florida to do it. And the ability to share and be so vulnerable is very important, because I think in the entrepreneurial space, or people are talking about business, it's like there's this, everything's okay, we're just going to push forward. And there's these things that are happening on the other side. And I feel like you are maybe not immediately able to live in the moment and be more accepting, but there's been a journey and you've written about that journey. So really appreciate the story that you're going to share and people can find soon.
Right.
I know. So thanks for coming and being here today. You've been a facilitator, a speaker, and a writer. And the story that I'm talking about, I'm going to call you a disability advocate. Is that fair to say, where you share about chronic illness and disability? And I don't want to steal that story from you, but you do write about it. And it's I want to say it's inspiring to come to the place. And I know I wrote this down. This is like so important that I pulled from you before meeting you in person, is to live and not wait for recovery. That can mean so many things for people we talked about earlier today, waiting for retirement or waiting for this time. And we are naturally doing that.
Putting off the enjoyment until later.
And so you share your story, but like coming from you, can you share why you were so compelled to write this story now at this point?
Thank you. Yeah, wonderful introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was struggling for many years with this chronic illness that's been very disabling. And because I could be seen struggling to get up, stairs or get up from the chair, I thought that made me inadequate. And I was really worried about not being accepted. So my whole focus became about trying to fix this, trying to get rid of the illness, trying to hide it. Well, my body rebelled against that. I wanted love and acceptance.
We're the boss here. So
exactly. It was really pointing me to self-acceptance. Yeah, okay, self-love. And so I went through a journey of, I would say, a couple of years of taking little shifts on gradually allowing myself to be seen struggling. And
now, are you talking about in your home? In public?
Parking garage.
Sure.
At work. Like I can remember having a fire alarm and my colleague was with me and we're coming back into the building.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't use the elevator. So I had to be visibly seen, like pulling on the handrail to get up. And I had hit it so well.
But you don't also want people to be like, oh, how are you? Right.
I don't like the pity.
Right.
The sympathy.
But then it was like, okay, it's happening.
It's happening.
I can't move fast enough.
Yeah. And so my body was just forcing me to allow myself to be seen.
Yeah.
And that was really what I needed, because I come from a family of perfectionists. And like you were saying at the beginning, it was all about looking good, performing, and showing that we had it all together. And I had a really good veneer. And it's just forced me to let go of that.
Okay.
And so I just felt compelled as I moved through my journey. So I moved away from trying to fix it, trying to get rid of the illness, chasing, whatever healing modality I could find, to, okay, this isn't working.
Life happening for me.
Life happening for me. And really deciding, okay, well, what else is life about? And how can I enjoy this experience?
Sure.
Well, I can talk about it and I can really go on. So I went on the inner journey of looking at my limited stories and seeing that I had so much invested in this is not okay to be this way. And really challenging that. And like, it will let me allow myself to be seen in the struggle and talk about it. And
there's some fellowship in there.
Really?
And maybe some reciprocating, not saying mentorship, but if you can share and you can help, you're going to find that you're not alone too. I think sometimes we don't share enough and then that burden's yours. So you're like, enough of this. I'm going to put it on pen and paper. Did you always write?
I've always enjoyed writing. And I think it started with business writing.
Okay.
When I was in sales and writing proposals.
Okay.
Bad newsletter.
Got to start somewhere.
And then it became more about my inner process.
Yeah.
And as I shared that, people seem to really be inspired or to resonate with the clarity that I bring and the wisdom. I think I'm an old soul. And so there's a lot that comes through.
This episode of Pathways has been brought to you by Owl. Owl gives you access to new networks and valuable contacts, otherwise unreachable without a referral. Get in touch instantly in real time on a private one-on-one audio call. Search through vetted professionals to connect with the people you are looking for. Download the Owl app today and expand your reach.
Well, it's nice to have you at this point of the day too, because as we have this series of live episodes, the first person we had was this natural storyteller, and then he can then help others. But sometimes that's not how it works, and that's okay too. And now here you are in this new path, and I'm asking people, when do you think you really unleashed pathway to success, or maybe a pathway towards wellness? I mean, because we are dealing with the biohacking, not dealing, but having a biohacking conference later this weekend. This is like a perfect time to just roll this out, it seems, for you to have the ability to help people, but put it and publish it.
Yes. So there's a question in there and I'm wanting to answer your question and find it.
So with this point in time, what I think it's important for people to hear is that if you're not naturally, it's like you might have liked to write, it's been this story within, but this is not your natural tendency. You did work. You weren't like an entrepreneur going, I'm going to write books.
Got it.
Yeah. So I want people to know that there's no perfect way to do it. Sometimes,
yes.
And sorry for the disconnect there. So thank you for that. That I want people to extract and see, like, is there something that is calling and tugging at you? Because you've put the pen to paper. Now you're going to be published with it. And I think it's important that people know that their stories are important. And it doesn't have to be like the forever job I've always had. Now you're in this new phase of acceptance and living, like you said, having life happening for you and appreciating it.
Our voice matters.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what your struggle is or what your business is or whether you have a business or not. So if I'm speaking to people who think they maybe want to write, but they're in some self-doubt.
You're right.
They're not an entrepreneur or they've never seen themselves as a writer.
Yeah.
If you have that calling, if you feel that there's a message that other people need to hear, that I think is our soul guiding us.
Yeah.
Say, hey, get this out there.
And trusting it.
Will benefit and trusting it. And going through the fear, going through the self-doubt, going through the imposter syndrome that I had at the beginning of our academy calls.
Sure.
I felt
well,
here I'm not an entrepreneur.
So there's this community call, there's a network, an Unleash network. And again, we'll share some of these resources with everybody outside of how to find the books that we're talking about with the authors. But we are joining these calls and making time out of our day and connecting virtually. There's really no excuses because we can do this anywhere. But I know what you're talking about because on the surface, everyone's got it figured out, right?
Yeah. And that was me. And I just couldn't, my body just rebelled. We're not keeping this facade together. And
I love that. I love that for you, but you're probably like, I didn't love it at the moment.
I just love it at the moment, but now I'm really happy that this is my journey.
Yeah.
I really believe it is here for me and that it has forced me to grow so much into self-love and self-acceptance.
Yeah.
And to model for others that, hey, dude, we don't have to be perfect. I went to a beautiful spa yesterday in Miami and I'm with my cane.
Yeah.
And I was walking along the beach, Miami Beach, with my cane. My partner needs to help me up from chairs. And it's just like, it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect.
Yeah.
It's okay to be in a struggle.
But you also write about what is that perfect? Like, what's the norm? Just because, right.
Yeah.
I know.
It's all in our head.
And it's weird, like it's a daily thing too. Like we have to have that self-talk prep and be okay with that. And I think when we talk about it and share, it becomes real. But we have the fellowship. So getting people reading your story in our community helps us know you better too. And then we can have more fun with it.
You're listening to Pathways with Amber Stitt. For more episodes like this, plus so much more, check out the podcast page at amberstitt.com. Let's take action together. Now let's get back to our episode.
Part of Pathways was really just what makes you put yourself in this flow, this state of mind. We do Gallup Strength Finders. We've used other assessments. But I know that I have certain things that also have a blind spot included. And once you just get grounded in that, like activator, or that's my impatient kind of like go-getter, is great for my work, but sometimes it's not great for my spouse or other people that are, dealing with my routine, but it's great for my job. So I channel it there, but then I have to have that self-awareness to rein it back.
Yeah.
So really, there's always this evolution of growing and learning about yourself. It never stops.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes. And I think when we're in a relationship, we have to take turns with the freak out.
So you balance it out.
My partner, this morning it was me. Like one freak out at a time.
Hopefully I didn't freak you out too much. Hopefully she might be talking about me.
No,
but
I've had a rough week.
Well, sure.
Be extra sensitive.
I had to ask for extra pillows too, because I'm like, and like turning this way all day, but aging doesn't matter. You just find we just get through it, right?
Yes.
But back to getting to know you and yourself, I think that getting ready for the interview I knew I wanted to have with you, I get to know you, and that's important to me because now I can understand you more, and then we can have more life and more experiences. So really excited for this week and to celebrate your success. So cheers.
I'm excited to read your chapter. I got my hands on the book.
Well, I know we just got the hot off the press. We got these two.
Up close, look at it.
Hot off the press. So outside of the book, do you want to share anything else about how people can find you or follow you or connect with you online?
I'm on LinkedIn, and it's a long handle, so we'll have to put it in the show.
It'll be in the show notes. Yep. Perfect.
Also on YouTube, Suzy Sunflower.
I would love that handle. I saw that. Oh.
I'm here to bring joy to the world. I just feel, or to
I
spread
think
my
so.
sunshine.
I know.
Yeah.
So really appreciate. I'm glad that we can be here this week. I'm so excited.
Likewise.
We're not done. We got some time to go.
Beginning.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Suzy, for being here.
Thanks, Amber.
Thank you for joining us for this special edition of Pathways Unleashed, recorded at OWL headquarters here in Delray Beach, Florida. Join us for more powerful conversations with real people who dare to design life on their own terms. Until next time, keep taking action on your unique path.